All right, let's talk about a classic situation that I'm sure almost everyone using Vectric software has run into. You've got this beautiful project, you've designed it all out in landscape mode, but the piece of material you have is vertical. You need to cut it in portrait. So, how do you fix this without having to start all over again? Does this look painfully familiar? You spend all this time getting every vector, every detail just perfect, and then that sinking feeling hits. The whole orientation is wrong for the actual cut. You're not alone, it's a super common roadblock. But the good news is there are some really smart, really elegant ways to solve this. So here's our game plan. We're going to break down 3 totally different methods to get this done. We'll start with the tried and true manual swap. Then we'll look at the more organized sheets feature. And we'll finish up with a clever little shortcut that I gotta say is going to make you smile. Let's dive in. First things first, let's just make sure we're all on the same page about the core problem here. It's all about that frustrating mismatch between what's on your screen and what needs to happen on your CNC machine. So picture this. Your design file is laid out nice and wide, maybe 18 inches across and about 6 inches tall. But then you look at your actual piece of wood and it's the complete opposite. It's tall and skinny, 6 inches wide and 18 inches high. We've got to make the software match the reality of our material. Okay, let's jump into method number 1. This is the most direct way to solve the problem. Think of it as the classic, the foundational technique that just works every single time. It's reliable. The process here is really straightforward. You just pop into your job setup and you literally just swap the width and height numbers. Type the height value into the width box and the width value into the height box. Simple. Then you select everything, all your vectors, rotate them 90 degrees, and get them centered up in that new vertical workspace. Now the final step is absolutely critical. You have to recalculate all of your toolpaths. If you forget this, your machine is not going to know what to do. Now let's move on to our second method. This one uses a fantastic feature that was introduced back in version 11 of the software, and it's a much cleaner, more organized way to handle things, especially if you might need both the horizontal and vertical versions of your design layer. So first, what in the world is a sheet? Well, think of that like a brand new canvas, or like a completely separate job that lives inside your main project file. This is just brilliant because it means you can have multiple layouts, different sizes, different orientations, all bundled together neatly in one single file. So the workflow is beautiful. You leave your original landscape design on sheet 1 completely untouched. Then you create a new sheet, sheet 2, and you set its dimensions to that tall portrait size. You just copy your vectors from the first sheet over to the second, give them a quick rotation, and then you generate a new toolpath just for that sheet. The best part is you got both versions, perfectly preserved and ready to go. And now we get to my favorite method. This one feels like a hidden cheat code. It's a totally unexpected but ridiculously fast way to rotate your entire setup. The workspace, the vectors, everything in just a couple of clicks. And now for the magic. This is one of those little things that just makes you appreciate how clever software can be. The process is just ingenious. You go into your job setup, then instead of swapping numbers, you do something kind of weird. You temporarily tell the software you're doing a rotary job. Then you switch the wrapping axis, say from Y to X, and here is the secret sauce. You make sure that the flip design box is checked. The software does all the work, rotating everything for you. Then you just switch the job type right back to single-sided, and voila, everything is perfectly rotated. All you have to do is recalculate the toolpath you already had. Okay, so we've just covered 3 fantastic methods, but which one should you actually use? Well, as with most things, the real answer is, it depends. It depends on what you're working on. Well, let's break it down real simple. The manual swap, that's your go-to for a quick, simple, one-off job, no fuss. If you need to keep both the landscape and portrait versions neatly organized in a single file, using sheets is absolutely the way to go. But if you just want the fastest possible way to flip your entire project with the fewest clicks, that rotary trick is your magic wand. And that pretty much wraps it up. It's just a great reminder that the tools we use every single day often have these hidden depths, these clever features just waiting for us to find them. So that always knew the question for you. What other clever shortcuts are hidden in the tools that you use every day? Hope this helps you out.
Thanks for watching. If you're finding this helpful, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos. If you have any questions or comments, You can contact us at mm@mezalick.com. Enjoy!